once you create a solution that has no problem, nobody wants it. And I'm changing. You start seeing my titles change. You know, unlike you, I don't waste time. I learn something, I activate it. By next week, you will see all my posters, everything's changing to negative. And attendance will go up. Because you're trying to, 7 steps to 7 figures, they look at you, there's 7 mistakes you are making that is not allowing you to get 7 figures. Same title, same. You know, let me tell you this quick story. True story. What's the name of this company? P&G wanted to sell Pampers in India, in China. And you know China has a huge population. I think it's India or China. I can't remember which one. It was India. Okay, it was India. They were trying to sell Pampers in India. They did the regular advert. Pampers makes your children comfortable, makes everything. Like, this is a true story. It's documented. You can Google it. So they offered it to them. Nobody bought it. They built a factory. Nobody bought it. So one day, they started to do some local research with some Indian local people. And this one said, no, it's not going to work. Tell them that Pampers will allow them to be able to sleep with their wives overnight. In other words, if you put Pampers on your kid will sleep through the night. You can now have sex with your wife. Instead of your kid waking up every 2 hours and waking up your wife to go and they switched the advert to the fact that wives will be able to sleep at night, and sales just exploded. Would you have connected those dots? People run away from problems. Stop running away from problems. Leverage problems because you are a solution carrier. Am I making sense? Stop running away. Stop praying those prayers that God is not even going to answer. Are you here?
People don't want your product. Why don't people want your product? Because you started your business in the wrong place. You started it in here, came up with this idea that you thought was great. That's why you're the only one buying the product that you created. Or you started your business here. I've always wanted to start this kind of business. Too bad, so sad, you've been had. Don't start the business you want to start. Don't sell the stuff you want to sell. Don't invent the thing you want to invent. Only create products people want to pay to own. Stop creating stuff because you want to. Nobody's going to pay you to do the stuff you want to do. They're going to pay you to do the stuff they want you to do. I know that sounds hurtful and it sounds mean, but I'm like, somebody got to tell you the truth. You out there in the streets trying to sell something nobody wants to buy.
What are you selling that nobody wants to? My pounded yam is better than Mama Okpe. Yesterday, my wife is not feeling well. That's why she's not in church this morning. And so I didn't want her to go to the kitchen. Our helpers travel. She comes back today. And so we didn't want to employ somebody else and then have to fire the person. So we've been managing at home with the help of a young man. And so I said, okay, can you go and buy me, I told my new PA, can you go and buy me food? And I said, will you go to Mama Soji? He said, he doesn't know where Mama Soji is. He says, but he knows I'm Alaskai. I don't know if you get the point I'm making. So he knows I'm Alaskai. He says, go and buy from Alaskai then. But the point I'm trying to make is that those people, you know what I mean, are selling a product everybody knows. Even though your own pounded yam is better than, my wife's pounded yam would have been better than Alaskai. But it wasn't solving a problem for me. I don't know if you get my point. The ease of being able to go to a shop, buy the food, and she doesn't have to go to the kitchen to cook because I'm not going to cook because nobody will eat it. Do you understand my problem now? So you decide I'm going to make white amala that with sophisticated, nobody cares. It's what they're looking for. I don't know if you get my point. People have problems. You've got to find those problems. But because you've been running away from problems, imagine you're running away from your own problem. How much more other people's?
If I'm going to create wealth, I'm going to discern what level of value I'm on, and then I'm going to use my imagination to contemplate, not contemplate. Use my imagination, to contemplate who, it doesn't like that T, who I'm going to help, contemplate who I'm going to help and how am I going to help them. That's where it starts. You want to make $10,000 a month, an hour. You want to make $10,000 an hour? You got to figure out, you got to think about, you got to use your imagination. Okay, who has a problem? Start paying attention to other people's problems. Start paying attention to other people's pains. Start paying attention to what other people complain about. Start paying attention to what makes other people's lives uncomfortable. Start paying attention to people's faces. When they start frowning, okay, what's missing here? What's missing here? What's missing here? What can I create that would make their life better right now? And if you can figure out the answer to that, when you can contemplate who you're going to help and how you're going to help them, and the people you're going to help are people who have a big problem and they have deep pockets and it's a big pool of people, it's going to be really hard for you not to get rich. And see, your problem is, the challenge you're having financially right now is more than likely, if I can be so bold, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, so I want to say it with kindness in my voice, it's probably because if you're struggling financially right now, it's probably because the only person's problem you've ever really focused on attempting to solve is your own. And all of the money that you desire to have and don't have right now, it's in somebody else's pocket, bank account, purse, wallet. And if you solve a problem for them that they know they have, they will happily hand it over. That's all I'm saying. So start thinking about, who am I going to help? How am I going to help them? Who am I going to help? How am I going to help them?
I could stop here now, and all of us can go home and cry. I'm telling you, the only problem you've been focused on has been your own. And you know who's happy about that? The devil.